on with T3 Medias, and we're going to give a quick little our little feedback, our post Oscars show, the movies that were nominated, the movies that won, that has earned our attention. What was that saying from Django Unchained? You've got my attention, but now you have my respect, or something like that, right?
Yeah, I
You
know what
remember
you're
that
talking
line?
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little different, but yeah, that was the gist of it.
Hey, yeah, exactly. All these movies, these filmmakers, they always have our respects, but now with these Oscar wins, they got our attention now because a lot of these movies I haven't seen, man. Some of them I have, some of them I haven't. But when an Oscar is in the picture, then I'm a little intrigued after that. So let me gonna rapid fire through this real quick. I don't want to take up too much of the time because there's a lot of gaming to get out of the way. So let me roll through the categories. First winner of the night was for the best supporting actor. That was Mahershala Ali for Moonlight. We talked a little bit about this guy before
The bad guy from Luke
from Luke
Cage.
Cage and whatnot. So based on this, I'm gonna follow this guy's career from now on. Every time I hear his name, I'm gonna pay attention. But I'm definitely gonna check Moonlight out now. Now that I know that it's won so big, uh, and it's also won Best Picture. It also won. I'm gonna skip through all the other ones, but I wanted to just talk about um, the movie itself. Like, what do you? I mean, I don't know. Is this the kind of movie that caught your attention when you first saw the trailer?
You know, I like all kinds of weird, unusual, maybe not, all kinds of different movies, man. And so honestly, yeah, I would probably watch this. I think the story goes is about, and one of the guys involved in making the movies the story is based off of his life, about young black guy who in the movie, I think from what I understand, is broken up into three different pieces: when he's a small boy, when he's a juvenile, and then when he's an adult, about a kid. And I believe he's growing up in Miami, and he realizes he's gay, and so the movie kind of revolves around the fact that his life gets so drastically changed by the events. So I'd watch it. I think it'd be interesting. I'm not like one of those guys who's like, ooh, is going to get all offended. I don't care. Art is art in many shapes and forms.
Yeah, like what was that on that TV show, Will and Grace? And he was sitting, the guy was all flaming and acting up like next to this a straight dude, and the straight guy was like, "Could you scoot over for a little bit?" And he's like, "Newsflash, you can't catch it."
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. This is 20. We're it's the year 2017. Get over it, guys. Get over it seriously.
And that movie also won best adapted screenplay. So I guess the dialogue and everything that's in this movie is I'm sure some powerful performances. From what I saw, man, there's some crazy scenes. So I'm gonna check it out. And also best picture. So we know the scandal that happened with the end with La La Land trying to sneak in and win that title. But
So real quick, tell them what happened for those of you who don't know what he's referencing.
also, Dick Tracy got up on stage and didn't read the clues properly. So what happened was he got up there, he opens the envelope, and it turns out that that the production crew or somebody gave him the wrong envelope. They had the envelope from Emma Stone's previous win, and I guess maybe it stayed on stage, or maybe the guy who was supposed to take that card and whatever, somehow some way it got back on stage, and I think he knew the winner, and that's why he gave that crazy look. I think that's now like famous on YouTube or famous on the internet, when he goes, oh, but he just went with what the card said, and he thought that maybe somebody was playing a gag, and he kind of tried to play along with it, but then when he realized that it was serious and it was a real screw up, he explained himself in a heartbeat, because he wasn't trying to go out like Steve Harvey's like, this is what happened, look, it's all their fault.
So basically, Warren Beatty announced that La La Land was the best picture of the year, when in fact Moonlight really was the winner. So he kind of put his foot in his mouth.
I don't blame him at all, dude. After he
Oops.
explained it, and it turned out that's exactly how it happened. It was the production guy's fault. So imagine this. All right, here we go. Here's a question that came up. What if it would have been the other way around? What if La La Land really won, and they would have called Moonlight, and the Moonlight guys got up on stage, and then they had to give those trophies to the La La Land guys? What do you think the internet would have done in that scenario?
Oh God, man, I don't even know. Somebody would be like, "It's racist." I don't know.
Oscar's still white.
Right? It's like we thought they were gonna bring it back and make it true, and then they pull this bullshit again. You know, who
Exactly.
knows? Who knows? But
But
I will give them credit though, and I'm kind of leery because at first part of me is like, oh yes, they're more open minded, and then the other part of me is like, well maybe they want us to think that they are, so they went to the way side of the other spectrum. So we'll see, man. We'll see for in the years to come.
yeah, and the time, yeah, time will tell if these movies are deserving of the roles that they, I mean, the awards that they got. Because if people like 10 years from now are still talking about Moonlight and La La Land and whatnot, then, or if they're talking about La La Land more than Moonlight, then we'll know that that maybe should have went the other way. But I didn't get that vibe. I didn't at first. I was afraid that I was going to get the vibe that maybe they were going to give it to all the movies of color and on purpose or something like that, make it like it was trying too hard. But it felt like it was actually a good mix.
Good
Like
mix.
yeah, like the movie that deserved to win got the award, and it just happened to be Moonlight, or it just happened
I
to be
I will
Casey
say.
Affleck.
I will say this: not seeing either of them, having not seen either of them, I would
Yes,
much
give us
rather see.
give us your 2 cents.
I would rather see Moonlight than La La Land, just because I don't really like musicals. So guys, I'd
Okay,
rather see someone's interesting life story than a musical.
then,
But that's just me.
but then again, I've from what I heard about La La Land, I heard that it was an interesting story as well. So
Well, millions of people can't be wrong
I guess so.
unless they're German. You know.
From the 1940s, I want to clarify that we at T3 Medias do not disrespect or dislike any of the current Germans unless you have ties with the Nazi regime. But overall, though, another one of the big wins. Like I said, Emma Stone won Best Actress. People were thinking that was going to probably go to the Streep. People thought that Meryl Streep was going to win that because he wanted to see what she was going to say about Trump again. But no, they wasn't going to go. It wasn't that political.
Nobody dropped any Trump jokes, did
Oh
they?
yeah, oh yeah, oh there
Did
was.
they? Okay.
Jimmy Kimmel live tweeted Trump because Trump wasn't tweeting, about the Oscars as it was happening. So they put a screen up on the back of Jimmy Kimmel's phone, and then he just went, "Hey, at real Donald Trump, you up?" Question mark. And he sent it. And but Trump didn't respond. Trump was doing something else. It was like some kind of some dinner or something he was at. But at the same time, I think his people were like, "Don't do it. Don't fall for it.
Don't respond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna respond to something else stupid next week. Let's let this one go." But hey, if Meryl Streep would have won, who knows? He probably would have grabbed that phone. No. But overall, though, let's see, what was the best? Oh, Casey Affleck won Best Male. He gave a shout out to Denzel. Said Denzel was the guy who taught him how to act. Like his brother was sitting there, like, "What the fuck?"
I don't think Ben has ever won a Best Actor award. I know he's won Best Director, and
He's got the director, got the best picture.
but I don't think
screenplay.
Casey's always going to look over him. What, you got a Best Actor award? No, shut up. It's just,
Yeah, exactly. My acting is better.
you can make movies, but I'm a better
I'm
actor.
sorry. No, overall, Ben Affleck would be like, "But I'm Batman."
But I'm Batman.
And that's the end of the conversation. Viola Davis won for Fences, supporting actress. That movie based on that play. Anything with Denzel, and now Viola Davis is because Viola Davis is becoming like that and Denzel is becoming like that Meryl Streep type of actor, where it's going to be like whatever they're in, you're like, I just saw the trailer. That means she's going to get an Oscar, kind of a thing. Like just put her in
She
something.
was in the was she was in the Hidden Figures.
Viola Davis, she was in Hidden Figures. She was Fences, the one with Denzel Washington. That was the one Viola Davis.
I haven't seen either of those either yet.
Yeah.
I did.
Me and the we're gonna see Hidden Figures tonight. We're gonna check that out. But I gotta check that out too. I can't wait to see that. We gave our 2 cents about the foreign films category. How I said that. How is it that us as Americans, can we judge a foreign film if we don't know the dialect? I mean, and really, are we really judging them on their acting if we don't really get the dialect of that language?
Right. It's an interesting point,
That's
though.
an
Guys. Think
interesting-
about it.
yeah,
Think about it.
yeah,
How
exactly.
can we judge the best foreign film if we're really not
speaking or
Yeah, I
understanding
mean, how do we
the
know? Especially if it's
mannerisms.
dubbed, how do we know that
Exactly.
it's the best performance? We have no
Exactly.
reference, you know. So,
Yeah. They could
but
be
I,
giving that facial emotion that you love to see, like and all that. But if the way they're speaking is making them sound like crazy in their language, then are they giving the best performance?
but I did see the best. I think it won for best foreign documentary. The White Helmets guys. If you ever get a chance and you like anything related to, like gritty, hardcore, realistic documentaries and wartime stuff, fantastic show. The White Helmets. I think it definitely deserved to win. Chris, I don't think you saw it, did you?
It hiccuped. We're gonna stop right there. Say that. Do that whole thing one more time because it kind of hiccuped. Go for it.
All right, come in.
What?
And of course, when we get to the best foreign the documentary, Chris, I don't think you saw the White Helmets, did you?
No.
Guys, for those of you out there, if you like anything that's war related or gritty, hardcore documentaries, I definitely check this out. It's on Netflix right now. It's basically about the group. Anytime you see like in the Middle East when there's a big bombing or air raids, those are the guys that go into the burning buildings and rubble to save the people.
Yeah.
White Helmets, check it out. Absolutely deserved the win.
That and 13 was another documentary that was acclaimed too. I'm gonna check that one out too. Another one that won the was it the O.J. Simpson was the one that won, but the big controversy was like, do we? It was no, I remember.
Do we give him more attention?
Yeah, there was a joke about OJ that kind of bombed, like when I think either the joke that Jimmy Kimmel said or when the guy won the Oscar, people were kind of clapping at first, and then were like, "Am I clapping for OJ?" Or it's like, no, you're clapping for the guy who made the documentary because he gave a shout out to the victims. And I thought that was good because you think of the victims as just the people who were murdered, but you got to think about OJ's kids. They were in the middle of that crap. The family members of the victims and whatnot. They went through the trial of hell. I mean, all those people, man.
Probably the most
crazy.
famous trial in history.
Probably it's gonna be it's got to be up there, man. I think we covered it all, and after that, we already talked about the big scandal again that happened at the end. So I don't think it was planned. I think it was just a mistake that happened because if they were gonna do something for a shock value and whatnot, they would have done it. I feel like they would have done it like in the beginning of the show, not the very, very end.
No, I think somebody just screwed up. Somebody screwed up. And they caught it on camera.
But if it was on purpose, the brilliant thing that it did was for one, whoever did it, you risking your job and your credibility from this.
It gives somebody something to talk about.
Oh yeah, but you did have the La La Land and the Moonlight crew on stage at the same time at one moment as he said, one of the guys from La La Land, he snatched the card from the announcer and said, Moonlight is the real winner, and he showed it. He said
from the other team.
He snatched the card from Dick Tracy.
Warren Beatty.
From Warren Beatty, and said no, the real winner was Moonlight. And one thing he did that was really classy was he said, I am honored and I'm happy and proud to hand this award over to the real winner. And the Moonlight guys were like, I feel sorry for them because they were like, is this a joke? What is this? They slowly stood up like what is this? And they realized that they won and they got up there and they handed the award to them and they did it with class and everything and
they're like, yeah, oh shit.
But it was embarrassing because a couple of the producers from La La Land, they had already thanked their families.
Did you see the picture of all the celebrities during the moment? You see the Rock in the background and Casey and Ben.
I didn't see that. What did it look like?
You just see the Rock's just like, he's just like perplexed. Yeah, like look when you guys Google the Rock during the ceremony.
The Academy had a lot of behind the scenes stuff happening. So that was funny on Twitter. If you were watching it on Twitter, you were seeing like a lot of the actors that were about to present awards. They would do these little funny photos and videos and stuff. So maybe that's what was happening behind the scenes with the Rock. The Rock is a fool.
Well, it was like a group shot, and it was from the side of the stage, and they caught it just as the debacle happened, and you could see all kinds of I think the two biggest faces you see that are like kind of like distorted were Salma Hayek and The Rock, and they're just kind of like perplexed, like what?
Some of the hidden figure actresses, I don't know if they were also in that movie Moonlight as well. Maybe one or two of them were, but I think they got up on stage with them and they showed them in the audience. And like Viola Davis, I think they were like, look, they showed a lot of the black actresses and actors in the audience,
What
like
was the name of the lady from Hidden Figures? The one, the NASA computer lady. What was her name?
the actress or the real.
Yeah, the actress, the main lady in that
The
movie. I
main
can't.
lady was one of the ladies that was in The Help. She was in one of those Rob Zombie movies where Michael Myers remakes, and the nurse that got cut in the face.
Oh, was that
That
her?
was her. And I
Oh
think
man.
if I'm not mistaken, I think she won an Oscar last year. The year before, maybe for The Help or something like that. Oh no, not for The Help. It was something because she's becoming like a big name too. Um, I can't remember her name though. I'm gonna lose my street cred. But you guys know I'm bad with names. Um,
I was hoping the hidden that movie was going to be as good as the trailer looked, because
yeah.
they were all like, "Oh, it looks good," but then sometimes it's not. But this one supposedly follows through.
Not only just about like Black history, but just history. Period. That should have been a story that should have been. You'll be surprised at how many times people talk about that movie and go, "I never knew this happened." And that's a shame. Like it took a movie to shine light on these people who helped. That like we wouldn't have never gone to space if it wasn't for these women.
All right.
And I never knew it would happen. Forget just Black history. That's just like history. Like period. That should have been championed and celebrated more. But
You
or at
know
least the
that
movie should have came out a long time ago for that.
that just goes to show you real quick though the difference in the times, because back then their job was to make sure the computer wasn't
Mhm.
making mistakes rather than using computers to check people's mistakes. Now
Yeah,
it's kind
back
of
then we
crazy.
were checking the computers. Now the machines are checking us. See,
Right.
Skynet. It's happening.
I believe in
I
science.
believe in science, but the science believe in you. But overall, though, that was it was a good show. I think Kimmel did a good job, and he joked at the end like, "Well, they're never gonna hire me again." And he really got on Warren Brady. He was like, "What did you do?" And he joked on it his best. He saved a lot of the jokes that bombed. He recovered really good. He didn't just bomb and just let it bomb. He always at one point he said a joke that did not land and the audience didn't laugh, and he acknowledged it right there on the spot. He's like, at 9:55, that's when the audience turned on Jimmy. He said that himself. Then they brought it back and they started laughing, and so it was a good night. I think he should host again. If there's anybody that's close to being compared to Billy Crystal and the way they used to be back in the day, I think Jimmy got close to it. If not really, I mean, I guess time will tell, but we'll see. If Ellen can get it twice, Jimmy deserves at least one more shot at that. But who knows? We'll see. But you love Ellen though, so
I do like Ellen. I think she's got those rare funny. I mean, I don't know. She's likable. You just don't like. You can't like hate Ellen. I don't know. Maybe it's. I don't know. Maybe you
don't
just like
tell
her.
me what to do.
You got to admit, she's very likable. Like she seems like a happy, nice person to be around.
Very handsome woman, but
Very, very. Did you hear the way he worded?
but
A very handsome woman, not a very pretty lady. She's handsome.
no, she actually is. I heard that she got dropped as the cover girl for that makeup cover girl thing. I heard she got dropped from that, and I thought when
I
I
didn't
first
know she
saw her,
was that.
she was a cover girl thing. I see her at Walmart and stuff like that, and you think about it, you think about Ellen because you think she's like an average woman, but when they put her on those posters and those commercials, I looked at her and I like it fit to me. It fit. I was happy to see her on that. I thought that was a good fit, and they're probably trying to make a big deal about them dropping her if she got dropped. I mean, you
She's
can't
not
do it
hurting for
forever.
it, man. She's
Yeah,
not hurting for it, and
yeah.
she's a good looking woman. She knows it. She
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah, exactly. So I was like, it's one of those things where it's like she doesn't play up her sexuality, which gay or straight, it doesn't matter. She doesn't play it up her sexuality or her looks or anything like that. But when she got the gig, it fit, and I was like, damn right.
I always liked her energy and
Articulate.
personality.
Yeah,
She's always like all so positive.
exactly. And she'll go down in history as she's not. It's always going to be not quite Oprah, but the closest thing in the world we're going to
She's
get.
close to being the white Oprah.
No, exactly. She'll if there's a second place to Oprah, she's got that on lockdown.
She's a lot bigger than
And
Geraldo and all
exactly.
Ricky Lake. Ricky Lake, who?
Her second to Oprah is going to probably outshine anybody else that comes after in history. That's how far Oprah went. But for her to get close to that means that she's probably a light years away from the third place guy.
Well, Oprah had such a head start on her. She was like the originator. Like she was the really first, really big one, and now
It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's crazy. And then everybody else after that was just being compared. It's like being compared to Jordan.
Yeah.
But the so that's the Oscar stuff, and I'm gonna check out some of these movies, if not a lot of them, and I hope you guys check it out too. Don't be those guys that are like, this other movie should have won when you didn't even see the movie that actually did win. Because if you don't really know why it won, you shouldn't be telling people, this other movie was better. So
I still wish Hacksaw won. I'm not gonna lie. for best picture. For best picture.
Yeah, but can you say Hacksaw was a better film than Moonlight?
Not for a fact, because I haven't seen Moonlight.
Exactly.
Right. But I will say I fucking loved Hacksaw Ridge, guys, and I'm glad it won some awards.
So go back and see La La Land, see Moonlight, see Manchester, whatever, Manchester by the Sea, and then we'll give our T3M awards and see which ones deserved it.
The real Oscars.
Yeah, we'll call it the Billies.
The gooder Oscars.
the gooder award. That's cool. So so when they gave the the memorial, or when they remembered the actors and actresses who died over the year, I can't remember the lady's name, but it was some film producer or whatnot from Australia. They displayed either her name, or they displayed her picture.
They screw up.
Yeah, and that woman saw herself being displayed like, I'm not dead, but they got the name right. But it was because the first name I think they worked on the same project together a couple times maybe, and their first name was the same. So somebody screwed up and got the wrong picture and displayed a living person.
That's worse to me than someone accidentally reading a wrong card, man.
Oh, somebody saying that you're dead when you're really alive.
Yeah, that's a big screw up.
That's the question. Would you rather be dead and people think you're alive, or would you rather be alive and people think you're dead? I guess it depends on what you did.
Yeah, right? I don't know.
But yeah, I guess it depends on how hated you are or loved you are. If you're Pac, you want people to think you're dead. They're alive or whatever. But the messed up thing about it was a double whammy, because whoever this woman's name is, she also knew the other person that died. They were friends, so it was like a double hit to her. Like, not only did you display my picture when I'm alive, but you messed up my friend's moment.
Right.
That's crazy. So that was a couple screw ups in the Oscars that I think somebody's getting fired.
Someone's getting fired.
Somebody's getting fired, dude. And especially since the Oscars have now transitioned to the control of the Oscars went to a black lady. Ever since the whole controversy about Oscars being so white and stuff, they put a black lady in charge. And like I'm sure she's like, oh,
they're gonna be like, it's her fault. It's her fault.
Yeah. The heads are gonna roll, because not only like my first year, this is my first Oscar since I took over, and y'all do this.
I gotta make a fucking example out of you.
Exactly. Heads are rolling. Man, she ain't playing no games. All right, but moving on, man. What's speaking about people who've fallen? So Bill Paxton.
Yes.
This is the man. I'm gonna let you. You've already given a little tribute to him on the channel.
No, I didn't get to do my tribute video, which I will do, guys. But I just did my announcement. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, currently Bill Paxton I remember him from movies like Weird Science, Aliens. His energy from those movies. My favorite performance from Bill Paxton would have to be True Lies. Like, I got a small dick. It's pathetic.
It's pathetic. Yeah, he plays a scuzzy car salesman trying to hit on his wife in the trailer.
Hit on
Jamie Lee Curtis. Man, she was so hot.
Pretending to be the spy that Jamie Lee Curtis' husband really is.
Right,
that was awesome.
I've got a little dick.
It's pathetic.
He pees all over himself.
All over television, dude. He was currently doing the television version of Training Day.
He finished it.
He finished a couple of
They
episodes.
they
I mean,
said he
this
finished the first season. They said he finished.
okay. So the question is,
What are
will
they
the
gonna do with
is
it?
how what's the quality of the show? Was it destined to be canceled anyway? Was it a good? Is it a good? I haven't watched it yet. Is it a hit to where they're now going to have to recast? Like
I think that I think that this, if there's a positive in any of this,
this might give it a boost.
this
Hey,
might
if
get a
anything,
boost.
it's this
He
his
will
death
want
is.
it to have succeeded. So
I'll tell you this. I knew about the Lethal Weapon thing. I knew about the other shows that were being taken. I didn't know that a Training Day
I
was
didn't
on.
either. I did not either.
And it was
I watched the trailer for it. Have you
and
seen the trailer?
I did too. And it was after I found out he died. I watched the trailer and I loved it.
It made me. When I watched it, it made me. Guys, we've all seen these ads on or heard about it on the news about one of these celebrities dying, but every once in a while, I mean, it's all tragic, but every once in a while, for me, like it hit me hard when I opened up my. It was on my. I was at work and I opened my phone up and I said the first thing I
When
saw
we're
was Bill
playing the
Paxton
game,
dead.
Sean quotes Bill Paxton every day.
I man, I like felt it, dude. I was like, nah, this has
No.
got to be a hoax, man. And I opened up the article, man. I felt like a bro tear curling up in the corner. I was like, God damn it, fucking Bill Paxton's dead. I'm.
Like if you're a Bill Paxton fan or a movie lover, you feel like you lost like a favorite uncle.
It's like your friend. I mean, it's like his characters are always so memorable in everything he did, and he really wasn't very old. Like I said in the video. I mean, I just
61, right?
yeah, he's got like another. He could
Another
act for
30
another
years.
20 years.
But
I,
another actor said that he was the first person that he could recall that brought that type of energy to a movie, that freaking out thing. Um, if and when he said when this was said, I had to think about it. I was like, before Aliens or Weird Science, have I ever seen an actor do the whole freak out thing on film before? And I don't think I have. I think he might have been the first one to do that freaking out, like, you gonna put her in charge? Oh man, like he freaked out through the whole the whole movie, and he did it well to the point where he could have been typecast as that for the rest of his life, but
he was
he was able to get other roles and just give awesome performances like
yeah,
Twister.
his role in as Chet in Weird Science, the asshole older brother, was so good.
The guy who should win best villain. Yeah, that Chet was a jerk, man. Like we should give a shout out to these movies, these types of movies. Biff, Chet, these bigger
The
brothers.
movie bound douchebags,
Yeah, these big douchebags.
cinematic douchebags,
The best dick villain.
the biggest dicks. Yeah. Um, and
Yeah,
and I think if I had to pick, oh man, there's so many roles he did were so good, but the ones that I always think of are Chet and Hudson in Aliens.
hmm
He was so good because it's weird because I don't know if you really remember his character
yeah.
in Aliens. He was like a he,
Like the
like he
freak out
would
thing. That's what I was talking about.
yeah,
Got
like he
freaking
would
out.
get,
He
he
was the
was
guy
so
freaking out.
terrified, but at the same time, he was one of the most gangster characters in the movie. Like when shit actually hit the fan in gunfights, he was great. It was just that when the tension was building and they weren't being attacked, he was the guy like, they're gonna come in here, man. They're gonna come in here. And they're gonna waste us. Like
I know, and you know what? And I've seen the movie a bunch of times, but I saw it when I was a kid, and I don't remember all of these scenes. And now I'm gonna have to watch this movie again.
he was the guy who always had the proximity detector. The wing,
Mm.
wing, wing, and he's like 15 meters, man.
Well,
14, 13.
was there a scene where he was like, "You're putting her in charge"? Like,
Yeah, the Weird Science when he told and then he pissed her off, the girl they built in the movie, and she says, if you don't stop that Chet, I'll give you elephant balls. And he's just like, like
turned Chet into a
into a
frog,
booger monster, like a fart monster.
big old frog-looking thing, and he was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
he's like,
I'll
turn me back,
apologize."
bitch. And she's like, ooh, don't call me bitch. If you don't start behaving, I'm gonna give you elephant balls. And he's like, he doesn't like that shit.
His voice, he had one of those voices, man.
Yeah.
And then most recently, he was I think he was the main villain on the first season, if not the second season of Marvel's Agents of Shield. He was
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was the main villain. for a whole season, and he was the clear. His character was the clairvoyant, and
Man, I'll have to check that out. I don't follow that show, so I'll have to check it out just to see Bill Paxton in there.
yeah, he was great in that.
Did
You'll love his performance on that
Did
one.
you watch him in his first directorial debut? It came out in 2001, and I believe it's got Matthew McConaughey in it. It's called Frailty.
No, I've heard of Frailty. I haven't seen it.
Oh, that movie was good. I won't spoil it, guys, but watch
Check it
that.
out. Check it
It's
out.
like a murder movie with an axe and stuff. It's really good, though.
Cool. Well, he had a good career, man. So it sucks that he and it came out why how he died. You know, I think it was like an operation he was taking.
Yeah.
Something went wrong, and so it sucks, man.
He
So
had
it
a
wasn't
stroke or something during an
during the
operation.
operation. So it wasn't really the his age or anything that did it. It was whatever happened, whatever complication that went on during that operation. So that sucks, man.
I'm glad he went out peacefully, though, man. If there's anything,
Exactly that he was under. So Bill
we will
Paxton,
miss you, Bill.
your fans will always be quoting.
We love you, man. We love you.
Exactly. The game is not over, man. And so moving on, what was the other news we were talking about? Rotten Tomatoes. They still had they
It said
knocked out Get Out down to 99.
Get Out on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, it was holding at 100. Now it's
Ticked down
99.
to
Damn.
99. And I was like, of course. I mean, it wasn't. I was like, it's not a perfect movie. And
It has held at 100 longer than any movie I can remember in recent history.
oh, there's a movie that's currently at 100. I think I think Toy Story 3 is still at 100. Some of these, but I gotta look this up. There's a lot of movies.
I think there's
that are
maybe
stamped
5 or 10 movies
that
on
are
Rotten
100%.
Tomatoes that stay at 100. And I think one of them is like Aliens with Bill Paxton. Woo! And like Godfather, I think.
Yeah.
But it's got to be timeless shit for it to be that. I mean,
Yeah, Godfather was overrated. No, I'm just joking. But
I liked Godfather Part 2 better, to be honest with you. But yeah.
oh wow, we're getting our channel's getting shut down.
The Godfather 2 with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, I think that
Oh no, that was two. I'm thinking like that. I'm
2,
thinking
I
about
liked
three.
Part 2 better. Part 3, it's a Godfather movie, so I like that one too. But anyway, whole nother discussion. We'll talk about which Godfather is the best one later.
And what else happened in the world today? We were talking about Logan. Logan is holding strong. It's coming out. It's holding strong. Yeah.
Yes.
I heard that Professor X, what's his name? Not McAvoy.
Patrick Stewart?
Stewart, yeah, he said that he's probably not going to play this character again because he doesn't think it's going to top what was done in this movie. So he's like he says he's done with playing Professor
I
X.
thought you were going to say he's retiring.
No, he's retiring from playing Professor X. He's giving it to McAvoy probably because he says he doesn't think that they'll be able to top what they did on this film. And I was like, wow, that's a big statement coming from that guy. That's big. So
I think this might actually end up being my favorite
X-Men movie.
X-Men movie. Yeah.
Over Deadpool.
Well,
Those are
I
two
consider
different
Deadpool its own
levels.
entity. Like, I don't consider Deadpool
But
an X-Men
Wolverine
movie.
is its own entity.
Right.
Or how about favorite?
But he's
thing
so
about-
intricate to the X-Men. Like, Wolverine is he's like the X-Men.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
really
so-
excited.
So the Wolverine, if anything that does concur with what you just said is the fact that like Professor X has been in Wolverine movies. This is like the second time, right? He was in the first one, and he's gonna be in the third one.
Man,
So-
I'm so excited to see this movie.
So yeah, I think Wolverine movies are like tied. They are technically tied to the main X-Men movie, but you're right. They are pretty much X-Men movies in their own right. Anyway, Deadpool is like a real spinoff.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to compare this to Deadpool, but if I were pushing Deadpool off the palette, not to compare it to, I would say that this hopefully might end up being my favorite X-Men universe movie.
Do you think this might take the mantle as the most profitable X-Men movie from the X-Men franchise?
If the pre-word build-up stays like it is, yeah, it's got a really good shot.
Deadpool was on a path to possibly getting an Oscar nomination for its screenplay, best original screenplay. It was on that path because it was winning all of those awards from the Writers Guild and all the other. It was getting best screenplay from for all the other previous awards building up to the Oscars. And usually when you win these awards, that's a sign that you're going to get a nomination because it's almost the same people doing these voting. You're going to get a nomination for the Oscar, but it didn't happen.
I would rather have seen Deadpool up there than Suicide Squad.
I would have rather seen Deadpool be the one that was in that envelope at the end as a joke.
Can you imagine him coming out on stage, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, or doing a video?
Yeah,
I just wanted to say thank you for my Oscar.
that would have been awesome for Jimmy Kimmel to do. He pulled out the award, like the best.
They accidentally say Deadpool.
Deadpool, and then Deadpool comes out in full costume. Ryan Reynolds says, "Oh, how could this happen? Oh, like what? Like they snatch it.
What the fuck?
What do you mean? Okay, all right, it's Moonlight. Fine." That would have been funny, but that would have been like people would have been complaining about it. You're like, you disrespected Moonlight. No. So yeah, it was better to just stay classy through the whole thing. But overall, so what was the last bit of? Oh wait, you had some gaming news to talk about. Something about the Xbox, right?
Yeah, the rumor goes, guys, that in June during E3 we are going to get our first official full-length look at the Scorpio, and I think they're gonna the new Xbox, guys, and we will get prices hopefully and official release dates. We have
the Slim.
I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't gonna waste my money on the S and all that. I'm just waiting to get Scorpio. And all of us guys here at T3 Medias, we have Xboxes. We don't have PlayStations. Not to hate on you guys. We all love you.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Actually, no, that's true. That's true. One of our amigos, Michael Chu.
But he also has an Xbox, though.
Yeah. So we'll say he's an Xbox guy.
Yeah. So don't worry. He's the third amigo. So we got to give him a hard time. So that's gonna be our new. I like that little nickname for us, the three amigos. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I can't wait to check that out. E3, man. I'm excited. We got to cover that hard. We got to do better this time. We're gonna cover E3.
Yeah, you guys send us some free tickets to E3. We will go there.
Yeah, exactly. Just for this free tickets anywhere. I don't care if it's at a wedding. I don't care what the tickets are for. Just send us free tickets.
Well, I don't know where. I think it's going to be in California. So Michael,
hook it up, bro.
Go talk to them.
Exactly. But last but not least, the other story that I pulled out of my ass at the last second was this whole thing about this whole thing about Lisa Marie. Have you heard about this? This Lisa Marie Presley thing about the fact that she was dead broke and she's going through this divorce. And I'm thinking, and I'm probably being all insensitive about it. But remember the joke that I said out of the top of my head? I was like, it's kind of crazy that her marriage with Michael Jackson was probably her most healthiest relationship.
Their healthiest relationship was with Michael Jackson. Well, did you hear about her perv ex now is got their kids taken because he had like inappropriate pictures of children on his computer, and it's like, oh my god. So
these guys, man, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know, you kitty porn and all that.
That boy looked like a weirdo. If you saw his picture, her boyfriend ex. Oh my god, the dude looked like a weirdo. Yeah, so.
I don't even want to see him. But that's our 2 cents, whatever that's worth, man. So yeah, we're gonna end it off on weirdo boyfriend with the kitty porn.
Yeah.
On episode 52, man. Check it out, man. So what we're gonna do, I'm also gonna put a link to the movies that won for whatever their categories were for the Oscars. Or when they come out on DVD or on demand, you can purchase it right here. Check it out in the description. So go look below, and if you haven't seen these movies, you're ready to go check them out when they're ready for demand or on DVD or Blu-ray. Click below and support these movies, man. We're gonna check them out. For the ones that are still in theaters, we're working on our association with Fandango. So hopefully soon we'll be able to not only review these movies,
but also get you the tickets right away.
Get you the tickets right away, man. We're also gonna try to affiliate ourselves with Fandango, so you can purchase tickets right here on this channel or on the T3 Media's blog, the official channel. So that's coming. Hopefully that's coming soon. We're working on it. And till then, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Let us know what you guys think. We appreciate you for all the support. We're hit over 1,400. Let's hope that holds.
Yeah, guys, click and subscribe.
Yeah, exactly, man. What's going on, man? What's happening? But I appreciate you for checking us out. Always hit us up on Facebook, the tweets, and check out the official site soon you'll be able to buy tickets, and you can right now you can pretty much buy movies too. So every now and then we'll put some links in there, but on the main website you'll definitely be able to check out the movies that we talk about. When we talk about a certain movie, we're gonna if you haven't seen that movie, we'll have a link there for you to purchase or rent or whatever you want to do through Amazon, and check it out. So your collection could just be as awesome as our collection. And that's Chris with Talking to the Media. Sean, what do you want to sign us off?
Yeah, guys, if you have any suggestions, comments, questions, concerns, put it in the box, send it to me or Chris. In the meantime, again, rest in peace, Bill Paxton. We miss you.